Hey, it's Ev, and I wanted to make a video, seeing as it's nearly September, giving tips for trans guys starting university. Because I'm just about to start my second year, and in my first year I had a really good experience. For context, I started when I was pre-T. I'd been out for a few months. I'm in the UK, I went to university in Birmingham. I had my name legally changed, and sometimes I passed, but sometimes I didn't. I looked like this. So the first thing I want to say is just not to worry too much. You're probably going to have a really good time. Most people do. Just go there and have fun and get involved in stuff. I went to a college doing university course the year before I started the uni I'm at now, and I just didn't get involved in any of the social stuff. I didn't make any friends, and it was like the worst thing I've ever did. I just dropped out, and it was a huge waste of money, and I should have just got involved in stuff. If you don't pass that well, when you're meeting new people, if you have like a masculine name and you want them to call you by he, him pronouns, then make sure you just tell them your name, because if they're seeing you and they're like, I'm not sure if that's a boy or a girl, and then you're just like, hi, I'm Bill, they're probably gonna be like, oh, it is a guy. Another thing I did, because my name, Evan, isn't like extremely masculine, but my middle name, Mark, is seen as more masculine. I on the register I put myself down as Evan Mark so that the lecturers can see on the system that I'm called Evan Mark, so that they know. Well, I thought that would mean that they would know that I was male, but I did have one lecturer that just kept calling me young lady and miss, even though what woman is called Evan Mark? I mean, if you're a woman and you want to be called Evan Mark, I have no issue with that, but it's quite unlikely, and it's more likely that an Evan Mark would be a boy. And also, I'm sat in front of her with very short hair, wearing very masculine clothes. But that was pretty much the only issue I had like that. If that happens, you can just talk to your tutor and like get it sorted out, but I just couldn't be bothered. I just put up with it because I didn't really care that much. Also, if you're wanting to pass as male, when you first meet people and you first speak to them, try to deepen your voice if you have a high voice. Even if you don't usually try to deepen your voice, because I didn't used to. Like, I just spoke, I didn't really think about it too much because it made me feel worse if I kept thinking about it. But then, when I first met people, I made a conscious effort to speak in a slightly deeper voice because I obviously wanted to pass as male. But that's only if you want to do that. I'm not telling you have to, I'm just saying that could be a good idea. I made most of my friends at uni through joining a society. I'm a cheerleader, and that's something else that I definitely recommend doing. Even if you don't want to play a sport, just get involved in like the social side of things. If you want to go out and drink lots of alcohol and stuff, which you might not, but if you do, then just go for it. And the way I told most of my friends that I'm trans, because I didn't particularly want to be stealth, like I didn't announce it to everyone. I didn't like come out, but I didn't want to hide it either. So I just let them find my Instagram through my Facebook, and then my Instagram says all over it, I'm trans. So everyone just found out, and no one had a problem with it. The only thing is, people sometimes, they don't really know how to word questions they have, or they don't know how to word it when they speak about gender and stuff, and sometimes they say stuff that isn't entirely, that's, it's slightly offensive, but they don't mean it. But you can't expect everyone to know everything. Like, for some people, you might be the first trans person they've ever met, so they don't really know what to say, but it's not that they're, like, being hateful. No one misgendered me after they found out I was trans. The only people that did was, like, members of staff that just genuinely thought I was a woman. And no one made any mean comments or was transphobic or anything towards me. If, like, you want to go out and get drunk and enjoy, like, the nightlife kind of thing, pretty much everyone else that's doing that also just wants to get drunk. Like, they don't care what your gender is that much. They just everyone's just there to have a good time, and like it's an issue that there's lots of creepy men in clubs and pubs and stuff, but it's never been like other students from my uni. It's like it has just been random creepy old men. Basically, people from my uni have been really nice about it, and there have not been any issues. So it's the next day, but I realised that I left out a bit. When I first went to uni, because I didn't pass very well then, I most of the time used the girls' toilets, like on nights out. Like when I was actually at uni, it was okay to use the men's, but on nights out, when people are drunk and stuff, I felt safer using the girls' toilets. That was probably the best place for me. It was probably just like the safest option, but if you are going to use the men's toilets, then I suggest getting something you can use to stand up to pee with, because in clubs and bars where men are drunk, the toilets are filthy and the toilet seats are filthy, and you're not going to want to sit on them. But yeah, I just wanted to add that bit. Someone asked me how I dealt with having flatmates and stuff. One good thing was having an ensuite, so I didn't have to share a bathroom, because I would have been pretty worried about that. So I recommend that if you have a choice. Obviously at the start it's a bit awkward because your flatmates don't know you, so they don't know. First of all, I was like, I don't know if they think I'm a boy or a girl, and then once I told them my name was Evan and they assumed I was a guy, I was a bit worried, like, do they realise that I'm trans? How are they going to find out and stuff? But I pretty much just never brought it up, and I assume they just found out through my social media, and yeah. When I went into like the shared area, like the kitchen and stuff, at first I would always wear my binder, because I hadn't had top surgery at that point, and yeah, eventually I just got kind of sick of that, and I just used to wear like a baggier hoodie and stuff. And a couple of my flatmates, I'm not even entirely sure if they ever even knew what my gender was, because I never really spoke to everyone in my flat. The same person asked me how I dealt with binding and stuff in the shared space, and I kind of realised that I just answered that already. Did I meet any other trans students at my uni? I know of a couple, but I didn't like make proper friends with any. Well, I go to a pretty small uni, so there's like obviously not many people there, so there's not many trans people there. I also got asked what stuff I took with me, and I did take a lot of kitchen supplies that I literally never used or took out of the box because I didn't need them. So don't like buy a load of shit that you think you're going to use, but if you don't use it in your day-to-day life, you're probably not going to use it in your day-to-day life at uni. If you drink alcohol and you're going to drink in Freshers Week, I recommend taking a lot of alcohol with you to uni, so you just already have it there for the first night and you don't have to go out and buy more. And yeah, if you drink in general, you're probably going to drink a lot in Freshers Week. It's also good to have things like a speaker to play music on if you're into that kind of thing. And lots of people say to take a doorstop so you can prop your bedroom door open to like invite people in, but like I don't want to invite anyone into my space. I'd rather have a sign on the door saying but yeah, maybe you're nicer than I am. Probably. Other than that, just like a lot of clothes, a lot more. I didn't take enough socks because I thought like I'll take 14 pairs of socks because I'll do my washing more than once every 2 weeks, so I'll always have enough socks. No, and they all just disappeared, and in the end I had to have like just a lot of socks. Just take alcohol and socks, basically. That is my recommendation. I didn't really go into the kitchen that much. I spent most of my time alone in my room, apart from at night time, and then I was out partying. But in the daytime, occasionally I actually went to university, but that was also quite rare. And I don't really know how I've got this far. Well, actually, I did have to retake a module, and I don't know if I've passed it yet, but I don't even know how I passed the other ones. It's a miracle. So probably don't listen to any of my advice surrounding university, so I don't know why I'm making this. Subscribe!